Hey there kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and I promise this is only going to take about 1 minute of your time, which is about 2 hits of that skip button. But don't hit it. I wanted to let you know about 2 very quick things. I'm going to be at San Japan again this year because I always go to San Japan. It's in San Antonio, Texas, August 30th through September 1st. I'll put a link in the description down below for that. And also, I'm going to end up being back at MidoriCon for the first time in many years, and I'm really happy about that. MidoriCon is at the Deer Creek Lodge and Conference Center in Mount Sterling, Ohio. It's going to be on September 13th through the 15th, and it's kind of unlike any other anime convention I've ever been to, and they let me do this thing where I get to tell scary stories by a campfire in the woods, and I love them for that. That's all. Less than a minute, on to tonight's story. Luke, were you smoking in the house last night? I opened my eyes to see my mom standing over my bed with a pissed-off look on her face. No. To be honest, there was a good chance that it might have been me, and if my throbbing headache is any indicator, I drank a lot last night. I decided to do a test. A quick lick of my teeth didn't come up with the taste of cigarettes. I silently congratulated drunk Luke for his dedication to his dental health. Maybe our neighbors started smoking again? Well, the entire house smells like cigarettes, and it's disgusting! Get your ass out of bed and do something about it. It's disgusting. Why do you think it's me? Because your stupid ass left the back door open all night, and your dad isn't here. It sure as hell wasn't me, so you figure it out. She stomped out of my room, leaving the door open. God damn it. I rolled out of bed and grabbed the bottle of Febreze from the bathroom. The house did smell like cigarettes. A quick spray in each room got rid of the smell, and I crawled back to bed and slept off my hangover. I woke up an hour later with a terrible case of dry mouth. I dragged myself to the kitchen for a glass of water. As I chugged it, I could have sworn I smelled the faint smell of cigarettes. I gave my clothes a quick smell. It wasn't them. I shrugged and I looked around. The kitchen window was open. Maybe my neighbor really did start smoking again. I shut it and I went back to my room. The smell of cigarettes had gotten stronger, and I'm still the prime suspect. No matter how many times I told my mom the past 2 days that I'm not the one smoking, her suspicions wouldn't go away, and neither would the smell. I tried everything. I've been spraying Febreze like crazy to the point where we're all probably going to get lung cancer from the toxic fumes of summer cotton. I closed the windows and turned on the central air just in case Mr. Morrison started smoking again behind his wife's back. The smell continued. I was sleeping peacefully when I got woken up by a familiar voice. Luke, did you drink all the goddamn milk? I opened my eyes and looked at the clock. 6:28 a.m. on a Saturday. I rolled over and faced the wall. Maybe if she couldn't see me, she would leave me alone. I bought a new gallon of milk last night and it's gone now. I sure as hell didn't drink all of it, and now I don't have anything to eat my cereal with. How did you manage to drink an entire gallon? She wasn't leaving without an answer. I didn't drink the milk. Maybe you left it at the store or something, and what the hell are you doing up this early? It's Saturday. I'm going down to the shore and meeting up with your dad, remember? Oh yeah, I did remember that. I'm leaving now. Don't forget to change the filter for the central air, otherwise it'll break. And no smoking in the damn house. She left, leaving my door wide open. I went back to sleep. I had plans that night and I wanted to be well rested. I woke up 3 hours later, got dressed, and left. When I returned home, I was greeted by the thick smell of cigarettes and stale, hot air. Ah, shoot. I forgot to change the filter for the central air. I sighed and then went to the garage to grab the new filter, hoping that the system wasn't too messed up beyond repair. I went back to the house and stood under the attic door. The string that always hurt my hand to pull dangled in front of my face. I sighed, wrapped the string around my fingers, and pulled, the stairs creaking as they came down. I tucked the filter under my arm and began to walk up the stairs. The hot, thick air was suffocating, the smell of cigarettes and filth almost gagging me as I stuck my head into the attic. I dry heaved and had to stop climbing as I tried to figure out the smell. The smell of cigarettes was obvious. I've been smelling it for the past few days, but the odor that was mixed was new. I couldn't figure it out until I saw it. On the floor was the gallon container of milk that's been missing, filled with unmistakable, dehydrated yellow piss. I gagged again, almost puking up the pizza I had for dinner. How the hell did this get up here? Who the hell filled it with that? As I tried my best to keep my dinner down, I heard a cough next to me. I froze and held my breath. I decided that I imagined the sound, and if I stayed still, if I stayed quiet enough, I could listen and hear nothing and prove that it was just me hearing things. I stayed quiet, my eyes facing forward, because if I couldn't see what made that sound, then whatever it was couldn't possibly exist. I stared into the darkness in front of me and listened. Despite the sound of my heart pounding in my ears, I could make out the sound of labored breathing behind me. The raspy, labored breaths inhaled and exhaled in rhythm, in and out. In, then out. In, then out. In, then out. And then a cough. I slowly turned around, and I looked in the darkness behind me. In the darkness was the ember of a cigarette. It floated in the sea of black like the singular eye of a wild animal that was ready to pounce at any moment. As I stared, frozen by the light, the ember grew brighter, and I could see the man who was inhaling the smoke that I've been smelling for the past few days. I fell down the stairs as he exhaled, hitting every metal step on the way. I screamed and I ran from the house, running to my neighbor's house. As my neighbor answered the door and called the police, I looked at the attic window and saw the ember in the darkness. The police came and found evidence of the man who was living in the attic for the past 3 days. They found the jug of piss that he'd been using and the newspapers about my grandfather that my dad had been saving. They found the wrappers of cookies, food that I probably would have been accused for eating by my parents if they weren't found in the attic. They found the cigarette butts in a tiny pile next to a chair. The police think the man was homeless and snuck into the house the night that I came back from the party. In my drunken state, I must have left the door open and the man took his chance. He would come down from the attic while we were sleeping for food. He must have had the cigarettes with him already. Probably far gone, they say. When he found him, he probably ran off. Sometimes late at night, I listen to the comforting beep of our newly installed security system. I lie in my bed and I listen, holding my breath, to hear any sounds shouldn't be coming from the attic. It's hard to hear over my heart pounding, and I sometimes think I hear noises of the man who's returned. I'm told that the sounds of footsteps is the central air kicking in. I'm told that I'm imagining the cough. I'm told that I'm imagining the sound of the stairs creaking. I lie in bed, wide awake, my hands trembling from fear. It almost makes you want a cigarette to calm the nerves. Hey there once again, kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and I just wanted to give you a big thank you for watching tonight's video. If you guys ever wanted to help support the show, you can always do so if you watch the show on youtube.com/MrCreepyPasta or find the MrCreepyPasta Storytime podcast on iTunes, on Google Play, and on Spotify. And also, if you ever want to check out my wife's tea shop, it's etsy.com/ivorymonocletea, where she sells hand-blended herbal teas in the theme of Dungeons & Dragons and Harry Potter and Final Fantasy and the like. You can find the link for it, as well as many, many, many other links in the description down below. And, drumroll please, a big, big, big thank you to everybody supporting me at patreon.com/MrCreepyPasta. People such as Taysia-lynn, Genobaga-Arneho, Daniel Poulsen, Trace Miles, Jordan Alexander Sanchez, Wayne Milstead, Dr. Strawberry, Chompski, Ken Lando Higuchi, Brianna Tine-Janzen, Nicholas Saeid Elyasin, Buddy Burroughs, Stephen Van Huss, Kai Albertson, Goonington, G. Weevil 3, Chance Burnett, Diane Kraus, Asia, Gabrielle the baca, TheRedOakShieldVirus, Sindee Barney, Titty Connoisseur, really? Titty Connoisseur? Melissa Sweigart, Dante Rowe, Last Blade Song, Cross Rights, TheGingerBroz, Eliminator 86, Andrew Steinberg, Jason Sistma, Holy Realm, and Rafael Rodriguez. Thank you so much to you guys out there on Patreon, to all of you listening to either the podcast or the YouTube show. And that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and sweet dreams.